A jury will hear closing arguments today in the civil fraud trial against former President Donald Trump.
Yeah, but Mr. Trump himself will not be allowed to make his own closing argument. Fox 5's Lissette Nunez is live at the courthouse in Lower Manhattan with the reason why. Lissette, what's going on?
Good morning, Dana and Tashani. Well, it's no secret that Trump is not your typical defendant, and any chance that he gets, he will make his opinion known. In order for him to be part of his own closing statements, then he would have to abide by the judge's rules, I should say, and that's something he couldn't agree to. Closing arguments will begin today in Donald Trump's civil fraud trial in Manhattan. The former president will not be making his own closing remarks. This comes after Trump's attorneys would not agree on the limits set forth by Judge Arthur Engoron. Engoron had first approved the unusual request, but that's only if Trump's comments stuck to the facts of the case. In an email exchange that was filed in court yesterday, Engoron said Trump would not be allowed to introduce new evidence, comment on irrelevant matters, would not be allowed to deliver a campaign speech, or falsely attack the judge or his staff. Trump's attorneys believe the limits were unfair and did not agree to them. Engoron has already found Trump and his two adult sons, Eric and Don Jr., were liable for fraud. The issue at hand for this non-jury trial is what the appropriate punishment is. Trump is accused of inflating the value of his properties by hundreds of millions of dollars to get better loans. New York Attorney General Letitia James is now seeking $370 million in penalties, as well as banning Trump from doing real estate business in New York. Trump's attorneys have rejected the allegations. On Truth Social, Trump referred to the judge's opinion as, quote, mean and nasty. Now, although Trump will not be part of his closing arguments today, he is still expected to be in person here in court. That's the latest here from Lower Manhattan. Dana and Tashani will send things back inside.
A lot at stake for the former president. Thank you very much, Lissette.